Now, the cool thing about having all these presets is that you can combine them. So if I want to go out on a windy day, listen to some birds flying in the wind, right? And maybe have the wind chimes blowing in the wind, right? With the birds. And maybe be out on a boat with the wind chimes, with the birds in the wind, with water. And then maybe just have all kinds of things running in the woods. There goes my feet. What up, techies and gamers? It's your boy Jermaine, back with another new video with Batman. What? Batman's not here, just a shirt. Welcome to my channel. If it's your second time here, welcome back. 50th time, subscribe. What are you waiting for? And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Anker Soundcore Life Q30 wireless Bluetooth headphone, right? Bluetooth headphones, ANC, right? It's kind of an underdog in the ANC, but I've actually had the opportunity to test drive this bad boy for about a month or so. I've been using it for work, for music. I've used it on my PC for gaming. What else could you use it for? I used it on telephone calls. So I'm gonna give you my review here and tell you why I think this is probably one of the best bang for your buck headphones under $100.
That's right, I said it.
Under $100, one of the king of ANCs, the noise cancellation options with this headphone. I'm looking over here because the box is there. Don't mind my eyeballs turning. The Anker Life Q30, right? I might as well just put the box here. I'm looking at the boxes off screen.
Look at the box with me.
This is the box, kind of cool Anker Soundcore packaging. I find that the Encore, that's the Anker plus Soundcore combined. I find that the Anker Soundcore brand itself is pretty good in terms of sound quality and bang for your buck. I'm gonna share with you my experience and tell you why you should go out and buy these, right? As opposed to buying something that may cost $499, wink, wink, oink, oink, what? And why I think it probably is not worth spending your hard-earned cash, well, unless it's raining trees money on you, then sure, why not? But otherwise, if you're looking to go on the budget side and buy a set of wireless Bluetooth noise cancellation headphones, then these right here are superior in their, I guess, money bracket, right? Coming in at a hot $79, well, $79 when I purchased at the time of the recording of this video. These are pretty tough to beat, to be honest. For the quality, the sound you're getting out of this, right? The full functionality of top of the line, $150, $200, $500 wireless headphones with noise cancellation. So stand by, take a look. All right, so this is the box, cool. Let's take a look at what comes in the box really quickly. Not too much of an unboxing here, right? We want to review what comes
In the box.
boom. First we get our, let's dive right into it and get into the headphones. Obviously you have your Soundcore headset that comes in the box, right? Now, I will say that the construct of this is very good, made of both metal and plastic construction, right? So metalware, right? Metal across the top, right? You feel this cool, sleek band across the top of it. That is made of actually some kind of aluminum metallic, cold to the touch, pretty cool. But mostly the rest of it is made of plastic, right? And you have, of course, along the top, your memory foam cushion for the top of your head and memory foam cushion as well on the earpiece. This is very, very nice here. This memory foam cushion. I've worn it for a month, probably straight, as I use it for my job every day. And this has not lost its integrity whatsoever. But another thing you get in the box is USB-C to USB-A cable for charging, as well as for firmware upgrading, right? You can actually upgrade the firmware on this headset. So if you get it, you might find that there is an upgrade waiting for you on the website, right? So very good. So that you get the latest and greatest firmware on your device. You always want to have that running. All right, so let's just take a quicker dive into this and talk about some of the features with this headphone and why I believe it is king, right? Some of the main key features. So let's go into number one. The number one reason someone would want to go out and buy an Anker Soundcore, well, this particular headset or any kind of wireless Bluetooth headset in these days, right? This time and age is mostly for their noise cancellation, their active noise cancellation. And I will say by far, the noise cancellation on this is magnifique. Is that a word? Magnifique? I don't know. The noise cancellation is really good. Now I've been using Apple AirPods for a while now. The Pros, Apple AirPod Pros, not the Max. I'm spending $500 on that. I have the Apple AirPod Pros, and there's noise cancellation on that. Once you get a nice seal on it, it's hard to beat that. Now, using this, I would say this is just as good as that. Even with the not being an earbud, you know, kind of plugging in and clogging your entire ear hole. But the memory foam shapes over your ear and creates a really good seal. So even just putting it on my head like this, I can already hear some of the outside sound being canceled out naturally. How do we test that in the video so you can see for yourself if it's actually really good, right? How can I convey to you that it's good just by doing something else other than saying that it's good?
How?
I don't know, but we're gonna try it. Stand by. So there are essentially 3 noise cancellation type of features on this device. There's a normal mode where you just put it on and it is actually not really active. It's just the normal seal noise canceling you get from the headphones themselves and covering your ears. Transparency, it amplifies the exterior audio when, it's right here. Transparency, I just needed to post it up. I was fiddling with it. You have the absolute noise cancellation, which completely pushes away the audio from exterior to the headphones, right? So riding a train, static TV, war zone, right? You don't want to hear the bullets. And I will say that the active noise cancellation, when it is deflecting the exterior audio, is really good. But we're gonna try to do a little demo on what that sounds like, so that way you get some kind of a sense of what the audio will sound like, what it won't sound like, because you're canceling the noise. So now to power this on, I find that it is 1 second too long for me anyway, in terms of powering it on. I feel like it says 3 seconds, but it feels more like 4 or 5, or maybe that's just my impatience taking place. What? So essentially what you're gonna do is just press that power button and hold it. See how long that actually takes in real life. I'm gonna show you a close up of it. All right, so I'm gonna power up this bad boy right now, and we're going to see how long it takes to actually flick on, right? So I'm just gonna hold the power button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. It's about 4 seconds, close to it, right? All right, TekToyzGamers, I have taken the liberty to throw on some background noise, right? Sounds of nature and water, just to kind of use for amplifying the transparency mode, as well as for testing the active noise cancellation to see how well it cancels that out. Now, I know how well it cancels it out, but we're gonna show you how well it is to see if this is suits your need, right? If this fits up to your quality. All right, so let's jump into it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop on these headphones, right? I'm gonna turn on that background noise right now, just so we can see. So let's go ahead and take my headphones, pop it in, and see what these transparency modes sound like, right? Just throw it in here. All right, get that nice seal. I'll probably speak up a little bit just so you can hear me. Right now, I have it on transparency mode, right? So as you can see, I don't know if it's any louder or if it's still the same, but I can definitely still hear everything in the room. Right? So I have it up pretty loud on transparency mode. Now, when you toggle the button, there's a little button on the left side which switches, which is kind of a cool feature. You have an active physical button that on the headset itself to switch transparency mode. Right? You just press it once.
Noise canceling.
We are in noise canceling mode. I can still hear a little bit because I have it quite loud. Right, this is what it sounds like exterior to the headset without being noise canceled, right? And putting it in. That's actually not bad at all, right? So this is active noise cancellation. Now, if I was to drop the audio on this TV just a little bit, you get a much better sense of the active canceling of the noise, right? Pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and switch over to normal mode, right? By flipping the button. This is third mode.
Normal.
So normal is just kind of what you're gonna be hearing, which is absolutely no I guess, software running on your headphones. It's just whatever canceling the ear pads themselves, what your CO itself is doing. And then back to transparency.
Transparency.
All right, let's do that again one more time. Active noise cancellation.
Noise canceling.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Normal. Transparency.
Not a bad deal. There is one cool and nifty feature that I have not talked about with the active noise cancellation. There is a way to switch transparency modes by holding your hand over the ear cup. So looking here, this piece here has an actual sensor where you can turn on and off the transparency mode by holding it for 2 seconds. I'm going to show you what it sounds like. I'm going to switch transparency modes by holding my hand over the cup for 2 seconds.
Transparency.
How cool is that? So I don't have to actually press a button, which is the same by going here and click it.
Noise canceling.
And then just hold it here.
Transparency.
Hit it again.
Noise canceling.
So it looks like it only goes through 2 modes when you do the touch sensor mode.
Transparency.
Between transparency and
Noise canceling.
noise canceling. So but on the actual button itself, you can switch through 3 modes if you want to go into normal mode, right?
Normal.
Which is the normal mode, and then you go into,
Transparency.
and then for transparency, you go into
Noise canceling.
A+ on the noise cancellation features. So what's number 2 on the list that people care about most? Battery life? Probably. Sound quality? I think it's sound quality, right? So with noise cancellation, you're also going to want to have a nice, awesome sounding experience with your headphones, right? You're going to pay $79, or at least under $100, and expect to get like $100+ $200 kind of audio quality. Then you're in the right place, because this is the kind of audio quality you're going to get pushed out. So Soundcore has certified this as a high-res audio sounding headset. I will say that it definitely is high resolution in terms of audio quality, out of box without any EQing. It has a nice, decent sound signature. It's heavy on the bass for sure if you're a bass head. Very crisp and clean when it comes to treble and midtones. There is an EQ equalizer function on the Soundcore app, right? You can actually manage your EQ with the application, right? Which we'll get into in a second. You know, and I considered probably trying to give you like an audio sample of this, but it makes no sense because the audio is coming from this headset to my microphone, which is gonna just destroy whatever quality is gonna get directly out of this, and then compressed over YouTube. So I feel like that point is moot. I'm trying to show you, but just test it out and take my word for it. The audio is pretty good. The levels of the audio is pretty high, right? It goes up to a decent amount, not too much to blow your eardrums out, right? They pride themselves on keeping it at a safe level so that way you can't actually blast it too loud and, you know, hurt your ears or anything. So thank you, Soundcore, for taking care of my needs. And what's the battery life? I was really impressed with the battery life on this. This is like, I don't know, 80% battery on the inside with a whopping 40 hours of playtime with active noise cancellation on, 60 hours of playtime with noise cancellation off, right? Transparency mode, right? It's actually using battery to kind of amplify the audio, so it's going to be the same as active noise cancellation. 40 hours of playtime. You get a full 4 hours of playtime with just 5 minutes of charging. That is an amazing feature. If you're ever out of battery life and you have, I don't know, maybe you have a battery pack on you on the road or something, and you can plug it in for 5 minutes, maybe even plug it into a computer or iPad, you're gonna have an extra 4 hours of playtime to get to wherever you're going. And that is pretty sweet. 4 hours of playtime, 5 minutes charge. Now to get a full charge on the, you know, the whole 40 hours, that's about 2 hours and some change. Awesome sauce on the battery life. I give that a 5 out of 5 for the battery, right? The extension steps here on this are pretty snug, right? So you hear that clicking, and it has actually a wide range for someone with a giant head like myself. Well, maybe not, this is a little too big, but once you clamp it down to the size of your head and you got it in a nice comfortable position, you don't really have to worry about this sliding off. It's look at that. I'm kind of tugging at it and it's still not moving. Yeah, so you need to put a decent amount of pressure to actually, once it's on your head anyway, to make it get looser. So very snug fit, right? I'm not gonna shake my head because I don't wanna give myself a headache. And another feature I like about the physical construct of this is that it folds, right? Very awesome sauce, right? For folding and compact in a compact manner. What, right? Good for travel, packing, you can put it in your bag, right? Now it does come with a cool and sleek soft shell case. I'll show you that right now. Little soft shell, I guess. I mean, it's still hard, but soft shell case it comes with. You can actually pack with you, little thing. I don't know why you would hang that off of anything in life, but all right. So needless to say, my voice breaking, right? Nice and compact. You can just fold it up, flip it, dip it, whatever, put it in your case, zip it up, and you're good to go for traveling, right? So it keeps it nice and secure, right? Then you can just hang it off your earlobe and carry it around with you like that. What? All right, now let's get a little bit into the application that you can download from the App Store or the Google Play Store, which is the Soundcore app, right? So right now, if you look at my screen, I have this device set up already, connected to my phone. So here you can actually manage the normal, transparency, and active noise cancellation modes. If you wanted to do it by the app, in the noise cancellation section on your device, you're gonna see there's 3 types of noise cancellation modes aside from the transparency normal mode, right? You have transport, which is basically transport if you're in a train, in a plane, in a rocket ship. You don't want to hear that exterior noise. The transport is targets low-end frequencies like engine, road noise, serene journeys, and commutes. Then you have indoor, where you can actually hear some, but not too much, right? It eliminates most of the sound, eliminates voices and mid-frequency noise from coffee shops and other inside spaces, right? Awesome sauce. And outdoor reduces the ambient sound on the go for quieter city spaces. All right, so the good thing about these specific features with these little sleep functions, right? If you want to help yourself sleep better at night, but on a train, traveling, that sort of thing, you need to cancel out some noise, and you want to play some sounds of rain to help you relax a little bit. This has numerous default features loaded with this app. So you can play the rain, wind. Now, the cool thing about having all these presets is that you can combine them. So if I want to go out on a windy day, listen to some birds flying in the wind, right? And maybe have some wind chimes blowing in the wind, right? With the birds, and maybe be out on a boat with the wind chimes, with the birds in the wind, with water, and then maybe just have all kinds of things running around. There goes my sleep. So lots of cool features with the sleep modes. All right, let's get out of that. And last but not least, EQ, right? You have a default Soundcore signature, which is what you get coming out of box. And then you have all of these other default settings, right? For classical, dance, deep. And you can go through each and every one of these just to see what suits you. And the good thing about choosing one of these default settings is that, let's say, for example, I chose hip hop, right? It has its custom, already preset sound signature, but you can customize this, right? So let's say, suppose you like the hip hop, but there's some things you want to tweak. You can go into customize, and right now you can name it, right? This is the hip hop one, but it comes up as custom. You can name it as hip hop custom, right? Hip hop custom, right? Click done. And right now it has the hip hop signature that I just loaded, but I can switch that over if I wanted to manually and granularly control my low ends, my high ends, my mid range, my bass, right? Boost up the bass, even though this already comes preloaded with heavy bass. So that is a very good feature to be able to customize your EQ on any of those settings, or just go in here and play some audio and set up your EQ however you want. It also comes with an NFC feature. So for all you Android owners, if you have NFC Android capable phones, you can simply pair your device by tapping your device onto the back of your, did I just take a picture? You can simply pair your device by tapping your NFC capable device to the side of your headphone, right? Click it and you are paired. However, Apple does not provide that feature. We do not have NFC. Apple does not believe in NFC, I suppose. And last but not least, let's go ahead and try out what the microphone sounds like, right? When you're making phone calls, FaceTime calls, to see what your microphone, what your voice is gonna sound like. And just like that, I flipped over to my phone, and this is what my audio is gonna sound like over the microphone on this headset. You tell me. I can't really hear myself at the moment, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. But the microphone quality is what it is. I don't know if it's gonna work well for gaming. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how good your audio needs to be if you're gaming, but if you're live streaming recording, you may need an external microphone. But for phone calls, I'm sure this works just fine. All right, TekToyzGamers, that's all I got for you today. From a scale from 1 to 5, I would probably give this a 4.7. These are pretty good bang for your buck. If they were coming in a little bit more expensive, it would probably get a lower score, but for $79, you cannot beat it. Go out and check it out if you like. If not, I'm sure he would mind. Why use him? This guy here. He's a mine. All right?
Grogu, no, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.